Our message for Thursday, February 19th, comes to us from the King of Wands. Before I sat down and before I shuffled, I had this message. How can we find peace in times of chaos? And then I pulled the King, and then I sat with it for a moment. So imagine a king in a kingdom. Okay, so what does the king represent? The king is going to represent authority, wisdom, stability. Okay. People in a kingdom would look to the king for suggestions or guidance. How the king is reacting is how the people in the kingdom are going to be behaving. And that's a clunky way to say it. But if you're the leader of your kingdom, if you're the king or the queen of your kingdom, and you're all stressed out and chaotic, and how are people looking at that? And how are people receiving that? What level of strength are you going to give them? And, anxiety and, panic attacks notwithstanding, the people that count on you and look up to you, partners, kids, parents, friends, anybody, they're going to look at how you react. Now, here's a story. I have a son. I was in the birth room when I was in the hospital room when he was being born. And, his mom being in the birthing room was like, whoa. And it was wild. But I can remember thinking to myself, looking at the nurses, looking at the midwife, looking at everybody that was in the room, my son's mother was absolutely screaming. I was stressed, but the people around me weren't. And I can remember thinking, boy, if they start freaking out, I know we're in trouble. But none of them were. They were just calm and stable, and things were, happening, and everything ended up being fine. But the way a person behaves and the way the person, presents himself can have an impact on the people who are looking at them for stability. So just keep that in mind. If you're in charge of a kingdom, if you have people that count on you, look at you, look up to you, remember how you're behaving and remember how that can affect the people that are doing so. All my love to you out there in these wild and strange times. To find out more about me, to sign up for a reading, find my podcast and all of that, find me online at joshsimons.com. Keep calm. Carry on.